Welcome to the Global Citizen Suite Year 8. Here you'll find the subjects that prepare you to be an outstanding member of any community, political, professional, religious or otherwise. Welcome to Business Year 8. We're one of the most current and relevant subjects you can choose to study. At some point in the future, you will either be an employee or an employer, and we will equip you with the skills and knowledge you need to be able to excel at both. Our Year 9 course journeys students through the modern world of business, what it is and how it impacts almost every aspect of their daily lives. We cover the latest hot topics in business, such as the recent explosion of digital marketing, the battle for equality and against discrimination in the workplace, and the ongoing debate regarding businesses taking responsibility for their impacts on the environment. Year 9 course also teaches some key business basics, such as finance and the recruitment process. This is teamed with an emphasis on personal and employability skills. For example, students learn how to manage their own budgets and participate in mock recruitment events such as interviews. COVID depending, we hope to resume our trips to local and national businesses. At the end of the Year 9 course, our learners get the opportunity to participate in an exciting Dragon's Den project where they pitch their very own business idea. If you choose business for your GCSEs in Year 10 and 11, you will find that the GCSE course builds on all of our Year 9 teaching. Year 1 covers every aspect of either starting up or working in a new small business. We look at how to conduct effective market research, how to manage a cash flow effectively, where to get startup funds from for a new business, and how to think of a good business idea. Year 2 of the GCSE looks at how this business then may grow by having 4 distinct functional areas: HR, operations, marketing and finance. Lastly, it looks at what the business will need to be able to operate on an international scale. It's important to remember that GCSE business is not a BTEC. We are a fully examined GCSE where you will achieve a highly recognisable grade 1 to 9 at the end of the course. At the end of Year 11, it's 2 exams, each worth 50%, and I must emphasise there is no coursework at all. There are a whole host of careers you could pursue that are closely linked to business, some of which I've listed on the slide on the screen in front of you: accountant, marketing manager, business analyst, so on and so forth. But what's crucial here is that business goes with everything. If you have a passion for sport, a passion for creativity, a taste for languages, maybe one day you would like to be your own boss, you'd like to become a physio, or have your own photography business, or become a translator. Business is the perfect complement to enable you to have your own business in a field that you are passionate about. So Year 9, if you would like a greater appreciation of the professional world and you would like to boost your chances in today's very competitive job market, then business is definitely the subject for you, and I look forward to welcoming you in September 2021 to join our course.
One of the courses in this suite is Citizenship Studies. Do you have strong opinions about the changes that you would like to see in society? In Citizenship, you will explore political parties' manifestos, the different elements of the criminal justice system, and how those in power impact on our everyday lives. In this subject, you will study controversial and topical issues with political, social, ethical, economic and environmental dimensions. What topics do you cover in citizenship? Our citizenship course covers an introduction to politics, crime and justice, how the UK population is changing, the UK's relationship with other countries, and how citizens can make a change in society. Citizenship Studies is assessed in 2 exams at the end of Year 11. You will answer questions about sources and you'll learn how to write essays. You will also complete your own Citizenship Action and be asked about this in the exam. In citizenship, you will develop your research skills, your debate skills, your extended writing skills, and your ability to evaluate different sources of information. Regardless of your future career pathways, citizenship will play an important part in adult life. However, specific careers that relate to this subject include the police, roles in local or national government, volunteering internationally, journalism, or political research. Frequently asked questions for citizenship. What are citizenship lessons like? Citizenship Studies is about the real world outside of the classroom. Lessons are varied and will always relate to current affairs. You may gather evidence to support or challenge an argument, assess sources of information, debate an issue or analyse a campaign. You will also take part in mock elections and a mock trial over the duration of the course. Do we do coursework in this subject? Citizenship doesn't involve coursework, however you will complete a Citizenship Action. This is where, as part of a group, you plan and carry out a campaign to raise awareness about a cause that is important to you. This must link to the things that we study across the citizenship course, and you then get asked about this on your exam. Which A-levels or college courses does citizenship lead to? Citizenship Studies is a great foundation for courses in law, criminology, government and politics, and public services.
And turning to the final subject in our suite, religious studies. If you are the kind of person who really enjoys grappling with the big questions of life, or you really enjoy asking and probing why, for instance, thinking about questions such as, are aliens real? Is there any evidence that there are aliens out there? Can there be a God if bad stuff happens to innocent people all the time? How and why should we punish criminals? Should we put them in prison? Should we allow them rehabilitation programs? Or questions such as, is the Big Bang the best explanation for why we are all here? If these kind of questions excite you, then religious studies is the subject for you. Don't let the name mislead you. Within this subject, we will be looking at religious ideas, but we'll also cover non-religious viewpoints, such as atheist and humanist ideas. Not only will we be looking at religious topics, but we'll also look at philosophical and ethical issues. So, for example, what do we mean when we say something is good or bad? Are we talking about following the law? Are we talking about following our gut instinct? Are we talking about what our conscience tells us to do? And also ideas such as, is CCTV okay? Should it be there to protect us, or does it violate our privacy? And whilst looking at the beliefs and behaviours of different groups, you will also focus on your own ideas, your own beliefs and your own opinions about the world around you. Within religious studies, we will cover a wide range of different topics. Here's just an example of some that we might cover. For instance, we might look at arguments for and against belief in a God. So what evidence do some people provide that a God does exist? So for instance, religious experiences of God. And we might also look at arguments against that evidence. So for instance, can those experiences be trusted? We will also look at things such as crime and punishment. So how and why should we punish criminals? Should we bring things like the death penalty back? We'll also look at things to do with human rights and social justice linked to religion. So for instance, why is it that the Catholic Church doesn't allow women to become priests? And we'll also cover topics such as life and death.
So what, if anything, happens after we die? Is there any evidence of a heaven and a hell? Is there any evidence that people might be reincarnated or reborn? Turning to assessment, we will build upon the skills you have developed across Year 7 and 8, your knowledge and understanding, and personal opinion and debate. There is no coursework in religious studies. In terms of formal qualification, there will be 2 exams at the end of Year 11. Within religious studies, you will develop lots of different skills. For instance, critical thinking skills, such as being able to develop your own argument and lead that argument with evidence to a sound conclusion. Being able to evaluate which side of a debate is stronger and why. You'll also develop many different communication skills, for instance, active listening during a debate, or being able to present your ideas effectively in both written and verbal form. You'll also develop lots of skills that will help with building relationships. So, for example, being able to work effectively as part of a team and being able to understand ideas that might be different from your own. As you can see, religious studies helps you develop a multitude of different skills, which will help you on whatever your next steps might be. So, in terms of a career path, there's not one job that's linked directly to religious studies. For instance, the skills you develop might help you become a really effective journalist in the writing that you do, or it might help you become really effective in the world of politics in terms of forming a debate. A couple of questions that sometimes crop up is, do I need to be religious to take this course? And is this course designed to make me religious? And the answer to both of those questions is no. In religious studies, we're interested in learning about different people, different ideas and beliefs, and thinking about how that links to what I personally, as an individual, think about the world around me.